Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate y'all being here at the channel today. And to our regular subscribers, appreciate you being back. It's very good to have you. And for you folks that are finding us for the first time, this is your first time here at the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And to all watching, if you find the information beneficial, please consider hitting that like button as well. And then also, to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help you grow and develop your business, check out the links below. I would certainly recommend, check out the email link, to join our email list to keep updated on regular things that we can help you with in terms of growth and even troubleshooting in your business. And then also check out the courses, check out the funding links, two great ways to really shorten that learning curve and maximize bottom line profitability. Now, with that said, our topic here for you today is what you should learn before opening a new gym. What you should learn before opening a new gym. And don't just go into this that, hey, we're going to lease some space, we're going to put some equipment in there, and this is going to be easy. Okay? There's a lot of hats you're going to have to wear, and I want to talk about 5 things that I put together here. And I probably could have gone on, but these are 5 things that kind of came to mind of things that you need to learn before you open a new gym. And so number 1 that I put on here, I hope this one's common sense, but do your research. And what I mean by that is you must understand this industry. You must understand this industry. Now, let me share something with you that I do, and I'm going to hit on this here again later, but I'm going to bring it up now a little bit in talking about we must understand the industry. Now, and you can choose to investigate this further if you want. I'm not trying to convince you to do it here with me. You can do it with others. But one of the things that we do is when we have a client that is ready to open a new facility, or even if it's an existing club and they're trying to get that thing turned around, we'll help them with their business planning. But the idea behind it, we make it a collaborative thing where we give a list of questions that we want answered, and we go through every single question with them, guiding and directing on what that proper answer should look like. Because what we're trying to do, from my standpoint, I want to be able to provide what I would call a Harvard-level education on the fitness industry. I want you to understand it. So if you're talking to a lender, you're talking to a banker, you're talking to your landlord, you have private investors, and they're peppering you with questions, I want you to be prepared not only to be able to answer them, but to understand why that is the correct answer. So, what you need to learn before opening a new gym, do your research. You must understand this industry. What are your KPIs? Your key performance indicators. What percentage should your rent be? What percentage should your payroll be? What percentage of your revenue should be recurring, or your overhead should be recurring revenue? We have to know these numbers. So do your research on this. I can't stress that one enough. Know exactly what you're getting into. Protect the investment. Number 2, determine your audience. Who are you going after? Who do you want? Is it going to be a low price model? Okay, and we're going after people that maybe have never used a club before or have used it marginally. Are we going after a more serious audience that is willing to pay a premium to get results? Are we going after a little older audience? Are we going after is youth sports? Is that a key thing? But determine who your audience is. Don't make that mistake of saying, oh yeah, everybody. Okay, so determine exactly who that audience is, and then as you're determining that audience, then maybe what are some secondary opportunities in there, and third level opportunities that can be additional profit centers for you in terms of what you can sell to that audience. Number 3, have a strong mission statement. What's your purpose here? How are you going to go about changing lives? Okay. What are you going to do? And when you're thinking about this mission statement and how are you going to go about changing lives, also think about your differentiation. What really makes you different? What are you going to be doing different than everybody else? Okay? Think about these things, because this is not something we want to be thinking about down the road. We want to be able to do it, right now. Number 4, this one, to me surprising that so many folks kind of brush it off, is understand the risk. Oh, Jim, there's no risk at all here. Nobody else is doing this. We're the only one doing it. All we need is the funding. Can you help us find that? Understand the risk. But see, just know there has to be risk. Because without risk, there's no upside. And anyone you're talking to knows that there's going to be risk. So understand it. But define it. What are the risks here? What are the risks? High inflation? Loss of key personnel? New competition goes in across the street from you? Okay. World events happen. Bad things happen around the world. Okay. There's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of potential risk out there. And so identify it. Be clear on it, and that's fine. There has to be risk. But then how are we going to mitigate that risk? Okay, what's the plan? In the plan of action, I kind of talk about roadblocks and setbacks. Okay, those are all good ones for roadblocks and setbacks. But now what's the plan? What's the solution to mitigate that risk? Because we're going to have success. Okay, so here are some of these challenges. Here's how we're going to handle it. Okay, and then number 5 on my list is put together a business plan. And I kind of touched on this initially, but put together a business plan. And this business plan, it's not an etched in stone thing. Okay, it's etched in pencil because it can change and should change and it will change. And one of the things that we talk about a lot, because we do a lot of business plans for folks, and here's what I suggest for you is don't just have someone write this for you. We used to do that, and we turn over this business plan to somebody that they paid a fair amount of money for, and they had a million questions on how to work and how is this going to happen. And what we found is doing this in a collaborative manner, like I talked earlier when I said do your research, understand the industry, doing this in a collaborative manner, okay, whereby here's all the things you want to be thinking about. Here's how you want to look at this. Okay, here's the pros and cons. What direction do we want to go? Hey, are we trying to reach kind of an uncontested market? How do we go about doing that? Okay, how can we create additional revenue streams? But make sure you have a business plan. And for you folks that are in business right now, you may have had a business plan when you first bought the facility or when you first opened it. When's the last time you updated it? Okay, because if you don't update that roadmap, you end up kind of flying blind a little bit. Okay, and then once you have that business plan, really every day, every week, every month, as an owner, we're working on our key objectives on a regular basis. So, what you should learn before you open a new gym. Take a look at these. If you're thinking about opening a new gym, okay, have you considered any of these? Okay, if you have, great. Okay, if you haven't, I would suggest you do. If you're in business right now, have we strayed from some of this? Have we gotten away from some of this? Because you get back to this kind of core fundamental, this could be, kind of the energy that, kind of ignites your business for you. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Hope you found the information beneficial here today. If you did, please hit that like button. Also, to learn more about me and my company, please check out the links below. And we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.